What's up, party people? I decided to start a new series of videos on my channel called... Damn, what was I going to call it? Hang on a second. Oh man, I don't want to start this over. Slab Tales. That's it, Slab Tales. I'm going to tell stories about people I knew that lived in Slab City that are no longer here. Some of them have died, and they were good friends of mine. Some of them no longer live here. And some of those people that no longer live here, some of them were friends of mine, some of them were acquaintances, some of them I just knew. You know what I'm saying? So in my series, Slab Tales, I thought I'd start with Poppa Jimmy. Poppa Jimmy. Used to be at the end of Beale Road. You went left, like you go into the EJ Art Garden. You went around a bend, there's Poppa Jimmy. Poppa Jimmy was a character. He claimed to be one of the old school original, what was that skateboarding community? The old, from the 70s. Damn it, I can't remember shit today. Dogtown crew? I don't know if that was true. He was covered in tats. And he talked like Hulk Hogan if Hulk Hogan was a raging alcoholic, you know. So picture Hulk Hogan as an alcoholic, just the voice, you know, from Poppa Jimmy. He played guitar at the range. He had a band. Let me do this. Band. He had just random people. And they'd play on stage with him. Thing about Poppa Jimmy is he only knew the E chord. So he would just sit there and bang away at the E chord. And his band made up the rest. And he sang his own lyrics, and he fancied himself a blues writer and sang blues songs, but his songs were, in my personal opinion, they're fucking stupid. It drove me nuts. But Jimmy was a character, you know. And this was back when I drank a lot more than I do today. So when I was like really ripping into a bottle of vodka, Jimmy just cracked me up. I was laughing at him, not with him. I don't know if he ever knew that. Anyway, there would become a point to the song where he would shut his mouth and tell his band to rip it up. And Jimmy would bang away on that E chord, and then his band would just go into whatever, man. I mean, there'd be a trombone player, 2 harmonica players, a bass player, 2 guitar players, a drummer, some guy on some congos, a guy on another drum. And they're all just playing something different. And the only way I could describe the music is, you ever watch one of those old Godzilla movies, and when Godzilla's dying on the beach, the sound that Godzilla makes when he's dying, that's what Jimmy's band sounded like. It sounded like Godzilla dying on the fucking beach. I ain't fucking joking, man. Oh. The reason I want to talk about Poppa Jimmy, though. So like I said, his camp was on the way to the EJ Art Garden. So a lot of tourists would go back there to look at the art that's built out of garbage, basically. But it's in some, it's arranged in a, I don't want to say a logical order, but I mean, it's garbage arranged in designs. It looks pretty cool. As artists from all over the world go back there and create art. Well, what Poppa Jimmy started doing was just sticking random things in the ground, like shiny hubcaps. He found a board, he painted it silver and nailed some stuff to it. Anyway, he just filled his yard with this junk. But it was all shiny. He had this metal pole with some glitter stuff coming off the end. I don't know. It catch people's attention. And so they're on their way to EJ Art Garden. They'd see Papa Jimmy, and for a second think, maybe they're here. And when they'd slow down, that was the trap. That's when Jimmy would come out. And I'm going to try to do an imitation of Jimmy's voice. But again, if you could just picture Hulk Hogan as an alcoholic. So Jimmy was a moocher, right? He just mooched anything he could off of you. So the cars would slow down. He'd run out and go, "Oh, hey, how you doing? My name's Jimmy. How you doing? I live in Slab City, yeah." And he would look. If the dude had a cigarette or had a pack of cigarettes on the dash, "Oh, man, can I get a cigarette? I haven't had a cigarette in 3 days. I'm dying for a cigarette. Can I get one from my wife? My wife's going to want a cigarette, too." He'd see a cooler in the car. "Oh, man, got any sandwiches? Man, I'm really hungry. I haven't had anything to eat all day. Can I have sandwiches?" One time I was walking by, and Jimmy had a car stopped, and he was doing his thing, mooching, getting sandwiches and beers and cigarettes and whatever he fucking could out of the tourists. This lady had a bag of Jelly Bellies, one of those like 1 pound or 2 pound bags, and he sees them. And dude, I know this because I was walking by, right? And Jimmy says, "Oh man, is that Jelly Bellies? I haven't had any Jelly Bellies in years. Do you think I can get a handful? Can I get a handful of Jelly Bellies? I'd really appreciate a handful of Jelly Bellies." So, tourists are like, "This is a poor old fucking slabber, broke ass fuck. Let's give him some Jelly Bellies." So he put a handful in his hand. He puts them in his shirt pocket. He sticks his hand back in the car and goes, "Hey, can I get a handful for my wife? My wife really likes Jelly Bellies. She's going to want some Jelly Bellies too." Now, dude didn't just do this to tourists. He did it to me. He'd come in my camp with this bullshit all the time. "Oh, Jack, can I get that? You got 8 of these things, man. I only need 2. Can I get 2 of them?" Whatever the fuck it is I had, right? If I had something more than he did, motherfucker saying, "Hey, dude, like, I'm gonna get it." I don't know. That's Papa Jimmy. I have no idea where Papa Jimmy is. He's out there in Babylon somewhere. And if I had to bet money on it, I would bet he's in jail. But that's just me as a betting man. Whatever. But that's my story of Papa Jimmy. And his camp was at the end of Beale Road. When you broke left, you went about 500, 600, 800 feet, and there he was with a bunch of junk in his yard, a bunch of shiny junk to grab your attention, to slow you down, so he could run out there and stick his head in his car and then beg you for anything he could. Slab tales, people. That's the story of a real slabber named Papa Jimmy. Ask the old timers out here in Slab. They'll tell you about him. Maybe they got something flattering to say. Who knows? But Papa Jimmy left Slab City a few years ago. Have no idea where he is. All right. There's my first installment of Slab Tales. I'll talk about other slabbers that are no longer here. It may sound like I'm talking shit about Jimmy, and maybe I am, but it's true. My other Slab Tales, I got nothing but praise, I want to do one for Pool Boy Mike, friend of mine, Radio Mike, friend of mine, Tennessee 10, friend of mine, R.I.P. all of those guys. But I'll be talking about them in separate videos. This is my first one, and I don't know why I was thinking about Papa Jimmy today, but I think I kind of missed that drunken fool with his voice all, come on, Jack, you got any weed? Let me just get a bong hit, Jack. Can I get a bong hit from my wife, Jack? She really needs a bong hit. We haven't smoked weed in like 3 days, Jack. Papa Jimmy. Peace and love from the Cat Ranch, which is my camp in the glorious, thriving metropolis, Slab City. Bye-bye, party people.